Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely Friday morning. Today I'd like to discuss a scam that appears to be becoming more and more prevalent. And it's a scam that I'd like to try to put a stop to as soon as humanly possible by making all of you aware of the scam and, more importantly, aware of what you could do to fight back against the scam. The scam goes as follows. We are going to provide a service that we charge you a subscription fee for, and we are going to make it as easy as possible to sign up for the subscription service. We are then going to make it as difficult as humanly possible with as many hoops as humanly possible to unsubscribe to our services. One example would be a gym membership. I can easily sign up for my gym membership online. They make the sign-up process as easy as humanly possible. And then when I want to cancel that membership, can I cancel online? No. Can I cancel over the phone? No. I need to send certified mail. Not just mail with a normal postage stamp, certified mail to your address with proof that I have moved in order to actually cancel, which in my opinion is insane. There's a very simple reason that I believe this is being done. On average, on aggregate, not all, I get it, there are always exceptions, but on average, the people that have decided that they're going to pay for a gym membership that they don't use might be a little bit lazier in that point in their life, or they may be a little bit busy with everything else that's going on. Whatever it is, there's a reason that they're not making free time to go to the gym that they paid for. On aggregate, those are also going to be the people that are more likely to not cancel if you put roadblocks in front of them. Like, I don't know, having to take a 15-minute trip to the post office to wait 20 minutes in line to send their cancellation certified mail instead of hit a button on a fucking website, which is what it should be in 2023. They know that it's going to make it more difficult to cancel. And as a result, that means that more people are going to continue to pay for services that they don't actually use. Many people are going to say, well, it's in the contract and it says that it's in the contract and you signed the contract. And this is something that I call EULA roofing. EULA roofing is when you have gotten consent from somebody, but that consent was not received under the most moral of circumstances or standards. If I know that somebody speaks poor English and I put in page 96 of their repair contract that they signed before they get their iPhone fixed, that if they don't certified mail me 16 years from now, that I will get to marry their firstborn daughter and take all of their personal property, yeah, they signed it, but that's just kind of a douchey thing to do. And I think that that is what's going on here. Now, I joined another gym recently called LA Fitness when I moved to Texas because it just so happened to be right by my house. And it was very easy to sign up online. Like with most gyms nowadays, when you actually want to go to cancel, no, they're not going to make that easy to do online. If you need to cancel, to start with the process, you have to click next. You have to print this out and mail a separate cancellation form to this address over here. Let's say I don't know, relocation, hit next. I can't just cancel. I have to actually continue with the cancellation form, and then they will eventually give me this, which I have to first class mail with a stamp. It is 2023. If you are requiring that I cancel my membership or subscription to anything that I was able to sign up for online via mail, in my opinion, there is one reason you are doing that, to make it as difficult as humanly possible, in the hopes that I will put this off because my printer needs ink, and my printer is put together by a douchebag like HP with a printer as ink DRM, or because I need to buy a stamp and I don't have stamps and I don't want to go to the post office, in the hopes that you will get another $30 to $60 a month out of me until I cancel. Further, many of these gym contracts are written in a way where if you don't cancel in time, they get to keep billing you. So let's say you have a 1-year gym contract that lasts for 12 months at $40 a month. What happens when that 12 months is up? You may think you're out of your contract, you're done. Nuh-uh, because if you don't cancel, there's an auto-renew clause where they continue billing you. So if you don't mail this at the right time, if you don't have stamps and you are really busy and the post office is 20 minutes away from your house and you don't have time to go there, if you don't get to the post office in time, if this letter gets lost in the mail, that gives them carte blanche to continue billing you for another fucking year that you did not want to be billed for. How do you fix this scam? How do you fix it? That's an excellent question. Everything that I sign up for nowadays, whether it's a good service, a reputable service, or pieces of garbage like ABC Fitness, Best Fitness Nashua, or LA Fitness, I assume that they are going to fuck me because unfortunately nowadays, most large businesses are out to fuck the customer. And the ones that aren't, well, give them a few months. What I do is I go to privacy.com where I can make my own credit card. So over here, you can see I am on my interface on privacy.com where I have an account. I can go over here to my LA Fitness credit card and I can go over here and click close. And after I click close on my LA Fitness credit card, that will no longer work anymore, which means that LA Fitness cannot charge me anymore. Remember, they made it very easy to sign up online. Because they made it easy to sign up online, I used a virtual credit card. after using a virtual credit card and after signing up for it, I can close that card just as easily as I opened it, which means when LA Fitness tries to charge my credit card again, they get jack shit. Now, do I feel bad doing this? Do I feel like I've committed a moral wrong for breaking my contract? No. Because most people don't have the time to read the EULA. Most people are not going to get to page 8 of a EULA that's written in legalese to get to the point that you need to certify mail your cancellation or it's not going to be valid. Or that if your cancellation does not arrive on the exact proper day after mailing it, that we have carte blanche to renew your contract and charge you $460 again for the next year, even though you want to cancel and you have no desire to go to our gym. More businesses and more industries and more verticals are trying to make it more and more difficult to cancel using every means that is legally possible, even if it is morally reprehensible. And the way that I fight back against that is I use the services of privacy.com. I will do this and feel no guilt because you have gone out of your way to make it as difficult as possible for me to say no. In my opinion, people that make it as difficult as possible to say no have a rapist mentality. And I don't feel guilt doing these type of things when dealing with people or companies that have a rapist's mentality. If you want to make it as difficult as possible for someone to tell you no, then I don't feel bad using a tool that forces you to accept my no. To be clear, I am not sponsored by privacy.com. I have never asked for or received a discount on any service from privacy.com. I simply appreciate their existence for making it easier for me to fight back against businesses that try to fuck me. Because it is the unfortunate reality in 2023 that consumer protection law in the United States is a laughingstock. It's a joke. The fact that I even need to use privacy.com because a vendor can automatically renew my contract without me consenting to it and require that if I wish to cancel what I signed up for online, that I have to mail them something. Fuck that. The next time LA Fitness tries to charge my account, they can gargle my balls because they're not getting a fucking dime. Now, I have a full setup here that I can use. Again, I have a professional Zebra 420 label printer at home that I can use for printing stamps, first-class mailing labels, and everything else. Why should I have to do it? Why should I even have to spend the 30 cents to mail that letter when I was able to sign up for free? Why should I have to make a trip over to a post office or a post box for that when I signed up online? I'm not canceling this way. This is absolutely and utterly ridiculous that any business thinks that this is acceptable. I signed up with a gym near my house, and it's a small business. It's one of those gyms that's run by a community and a family that probably has no more than 200 members that's been in business since the 80s. And even they had one of these contracts. And I was very polite when going through the contract, initialing everything, crossing that out, initialing next to the correction and saying, listen, I love you guys. You seem great. I am not certified mailing you when I cancel. I'm going to come in here the same way that I came in here when I decided to join, and I'm going to cancel with the same person that I decided to join with once my contract is up if I move or decide to relocate. This certified mailing stuff, no, 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 no. If you are going to try to make it more difficult for me to cancel for no good reason, I am not going to be your customer. But just in case I missed it in the EULA, I'm going to sign up using a card from privacy.com so that when you decide to try to fuck me, you can't. Now, two things. I know many people are going to say, well, couldn't I just say that I lost my credit card and they send me a new credit card with a new number and then all of my old things don't work? No. The credit card companies are not on your side. The credit card companies tend to be on the side of the businesses that are screwing you over. If I say that I lost my credit card or that my card was stolen, all of my old subscriptions will still actually work. There's no way for me to turn that off. If I call Citi, if I call Discover, and I say, there's a subscription, these people will not stop billing me. I want you to stop them from billing me, and I file a chargeback, the vendor will win the chargeback, not me. I know because I tried, which is why I now use privacy.com. Because I understand that the credit card providers are not there to protect me. When it comes to subscriptions that I no longer consent to, they are there to protect the larger businesses. So this is how I protect myself from that. You can report your card as lost or stolen. You can call and file a chargeback in a dispute. They will still continue billing you. They will tell you, sort it out with the merchant. The best way to do that is to give them a card number that you have control over, not the credit card company or the business. The second thing that I think people are going to say is, but Louis, LA Fitness is going to lower your credit score now. They're going to report you to the credit agency. While I'm not willing to spend 10 seconds walking to my mailbox or 5 seconds printing the stamp necessary for that letter, I'm actually willing to spend several hours of my time on principle fighting with the credit bureaus and saying that this is an invalid debt, because that is the only way that we are going to change this. A, make it difficult for the vendor by using these privacy.com credit cards. B, fight the credit bureaus at every go. And even if that doesn't work, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I don't really care. I don't really need a credit score at this point in my life. And to be honest with you, I almost never have. The only time that a credit score was actually relevant to me is when I wanted to borrow money for my business, which I was not able to do several years ago because New York State had placed a false and fake lien on my company that sat there for 7 years that I didn't know about because they mailed all the information about it to an address in Maine that didn't belong to me. I've never really believed in borrowing money, and into the future, I have no plans to borrow money. I think that that's a great way to screw yourself and get yourself into a hole. I've avoided it for most of my life, and I'm going to try to avoid it into the future continuously. If caring about my credit score means allowing cunts like Best Fitness Nashua, ABC Fitness, or LA Fitness, or other businesses that do this to win, I would honestly rather have a credit score that is closer to a Johnson City, Tennessee area code than actually have a credit score. Credit scores are useless to me if what a credit score means is that it is a means for a large company to hold over me. We are going to make it as difficult as possible to cancel, or else we can screw with your personal life. No, fuck you. I'll find a way to live my life outside of having to have a good credit score so that you don't win. Most of the places that I've looked to rent in the past, I have been able to rent by just saying, okay, here's my income, here's what I do, here's this. By the way, you're going to see this in my credit score, and here's why. For the most part, that's worked. And anybody that has not worked for means that they're so stupid that they're not willing to look at the overwhelming evidence that I pay my bills and that I have enough money to pay my bills, and that they're more interested in some stupid number that gets reported to them by Experian, by a credit agency that gets hacked more often than Magento 1 website. Like, no. Just no, we're not doing that. I highly suggest that you look into virtual credit cards anytime you are signing up for a new product or service that allows you to do so without an in-person credit card. It's an absolutely amazing way to do business, and there's absolutely no reason in 2023 that you should be giving your real credit card to any of these services or utilities or gyms, because you cannot trust them. Again, we used to live in a society where when you wanted to cancel your gym membership, you walked into the gym and said, I wish to cancel. Or you were able to click the same cancel button online on the same account that you used to sign up. We don't live in that world anymore. We unfortunately live in a world where many large businesses try to fuck you at every single turn. And you can either accept it or you can learn how to fight back. This is one of the ways that I fight back. And again, to be clear, I'm not sponsored by them, nor have I ever received a discount on their products or services, nor have I ever requested a discount on their products or services. I simply think that they have served me well, and in exchange for serving me well, I would like to tell other people about their products and services. I'm not sponsored by privacy.com, nor am I sponsored by virtually any company, because let's be real, most real companies are going to take one look at this YouTube channel and go, no, we're not sponsoring this. The reality is that I sponsor myself. For anybody who's interested in why I sponsor myself, this is my cat. This is Blackberry. This is me trying to give her food that costs less than 70 cents per ounce. She's been getting a lot of reveal lately, and she's gotten very spoiled. When I put Halo on her plate or Wellness Core, you get this face. She's mad. So how am I going to afford cat food that costs 70 cents an ounce when I don't even have a sponsor on YouTube? I'm glad you asked. What we do is we exploit the cat, and we use the cat's own angry face to make money. Here we have a Schematics or Die t-shirt featuring Clinton the cat. Here we have a Schematics or Die mousepad featuring Clinton the cat. And here we have a Schematics or Die battery pack for recharging your phone, your Bluetooth headset, or any accessory that charges via USB port featuring Clinton the cat. Schematics or Die. Support the right to repair. There'll be a link down below if you want to purchase any of this merchandise. And what do you know? There's the Clinton. Clinty. Come here, boy. Hi. Look at him. His ears were ringing. I know, I have a chair that you can't fit on. I'm so sorry. I gotta get a place for you to sit. Actually, you know what I think I can do? How about this? Sit right here. What do you think? Huh? Huh? That's my boy. Who's a good kitty. Who's a good kitty. Oh, don't show them all your ass. Come on, they at least got to buy some merchandise before they get the OnlyFans. Oh, man. You giving up the OnlyFans before I even sold one battery pack, bro. Okay, good boy. Censored. Good boy. Who's a good Clinty. Aw. This is his new home. He likes my desk. Hi. you doing, Mr. Clinton? All right, that's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video.